Yeah, Mr. Warning Guy. Whoa. We have the map for the cave system, so we should be able to get through it this time. Biggest problem will be the eyeballs. We can deal with that. Probably want some kind of combat magic no matter what it is. Even if we usually don't use it, in certain situations it could be a lifesaver, like being trapped in the middle of a huge amount of eyeballs that just charge you all over the place. Some kind of magic strike that could basically either get the ones next to you, die, or run them away, or whatever, just to thin their numbers a bit. That would be very useful. As long as you survive the initial charge, these are harmless. So if this is the best they can throw at us, this place will be fine. I'm guessing though that that's not the case. There's a high probability that lower levels will have different monsters. Later on we probably will get magics that allow us to avoid random fighting, but we don't want to avoid it now. Annoying or not, we need level ups, we need money, we need everything that the combat brings to us, so it's not a good idea to try to avoid it. Those just mean when the next monster upgrade comes will be that much worse, so we face them. Have to keep... In order to stay in the game, we have to keep facing them. It didn't. Still, it's pretty much only the eyeballs that are giving us trouble, and that's... They can maybe get a couple of hits in before we can get rid of them. With the magic to heal ourselves, that should not be a problem. We do have to be careful. They are a bit faster than I am, so there's no escaping them. Be a good test to see how much we actually heal. Maybe about 50. Still a significant amount of healing we can do. Maybe enough to get the level up. What I'm worried about is the fact that we could purchase basically antidotes for poison. That doesn't make much sense unless there's something that poisons here. Not necessarily in this cave, but in these areas that we're supposed to move around in. The area directly south of us seems like it could be an extra wilderness area where you can find extra loot. Because there is a path going further east and a path to the south. So one of them is not going to be the one that takes us forward. It has to be bonus area. No loot. It certainly looks like there's not going to be any real loot here. There has to be some. Well, there doesn't have to be, but very likely there's going to be. Handle inside. Suppose we can always sell it away. And get the 5 kills out of it. If we have too many items and we can't pick new ones, we can always discard those, so picking up extra items is not gonna be too much of a bother for us. Shit. We need to get the map. Because systematic search would be the most sensible way to try to handle this. It wasn't much of a loss for me not to buy the attack method yet, because it's much more cost effective for me to use my magic points in just healing. I can probably waste 50 hit points worth of healing in a single fight easily. Maybe even in just casting the class once or twice. Once we have a little bit of a more of a magic point buffer to work with, then using attack magic's much better idea. It also depends on the enemy types. As long as we're fighting these that basically withdraw every time they get a single hit, that's it's fairly easy to deal with them just using physical combat. But once they stop doing that, or certain enemy types at least will do that, then that's a different matter. Use of the map. No fucking idea where I'm going. I've probably missed the map location already. Pretty sure about that. At the same time, I'm not sure if I want to backtrack too much. I might have to. I need to be able to be fairly certain that I've gone through most of the important sites. Scale armor inside. Of course there is. I think I have scale armor. Yep. So it's a free few hundred keys. I'm going to start backtracking now. I think I missed the opportunity to get the map. We'll probably get a level up thanks to this. Don't have to worry about cash quite so much. This is a dead end. Has to be. It is. Fights here aren't that bad. We don't have to really worry about their light running out. It'll take a couple of minutes to make sure that we didn't miss the map already. I think we probably missed it. Yeah, we should have gone here. This is where the map very, very likely is. Ooh. Careless, careless. It's only one place we haven't really... Yeah, two places we haven't really visited. Next level up, 1000 experience points. You can still heal 3 times, but probably don't even need to. Ooh, fuck. Unless we get careless like that. At this point the cave system is basically done. Some of them might have boss fights and other things that make them a bit more interesting, but quite often it's simply that you are more or less comfortable with the creatures you encounter, and then get the maps, so you don't have to wander around there aimlessly. 300 keys. I could buy the fire spell, but I'm not sure I want to. It's gonna be another equipment upgrade very likely once we reach the next town. A new spell, so the more money we have at that point, the better. Okay, this is what we came here for. Treasure of Troy. Mission accomplished. And if we would have the gnome stone now, we could just leave. We were sort of strapped for cash at the moment, at that time, so it made a lot of sense not to buy it. Having a few thousand extra cash wouldn't really hurt us. At the moment we can't afford something like that, but later on that's probably a trivial amount of money you can just throw away at any moment. We might get closer to a level up. They should offer a pretty decent upgrade. And leveling up is almost like getting a minor upgrade to your equipment. So it's not something you can just brush off. Ooh, these are very dangerous. If you can do any kind of damage, even if it's a single point, then you can just easily scare them off. But as long as you don't, they just don't back up. Relentlessly come at you. I suppose that's one of the positive things about that you can say about this. It's yeah, there's a lot of reuse of opponents. I mean, just recoloring them. At the same time, there's a good selection of opponents, and each opponent that looks different genuinely acts in a different manner too. about 350 experience points from a level up. Survive the initial rush, these guys are basically free experience after that. Yeah, we're gonna get a level up soon. Might as well heal. We're gonna get cool magic points too. $13 experience points. And there we go. I suppose it's an okay system because of the experience point system, because it doesn't encourage farming in a way. In a way it does, because you get a significant boost. At the same time, the experience points that you needed grow so much that it doesn't make sense to keep killing these enemies over and over again in the same area. It just becomes too much of a task at that point. So while, yeah, gains are great, but it's not the typical farming that makes it worthwhile. You're much better off just moving a little bit forward. The moment you can, just move on to better enemies. Move forward with the plot areas. I still wouldn't complain if we could move more than a couple of squares before we have another fight. It's not that lucrative, experience points or money-wise, so I don't want to fight them constantly. I suppose the eyeballs and mages are the worthwhile opponents here. Yeah, skeletons are the weaker ones. I'm thinking buying the fire spell here. I don't think it's any good. The thing is, I'm not sure if I can buy it later. At the same time, if it's no good, do I care about buying later? At the same time, I'm not sure if it is bad in any way. Sure, we'll be able to access a couple of bonus areas now. The path south. We can see it after all. This was darkness. We can go there, but clearly we shouldn't. But the area to the south, I think that's just wilderness. And these guys don't do that much damage anymore. It's certainly dangerous, but even without screwing so badly, we weren't in any real danger of dying or anything. So I'm thinking of going to the south. we aren't told to go there, but at the same time, the West was sort of a similar place. There was no point going there in the first place, but if you want to go there, you can go there. I'm expecting mages and eyeballs. Something that we can certainly deal with. This isn't even our best weapon we can use. And we're still killing these guys with a single shot. Not sure about the eyeballs. Yep, eyeballs too. Now they're trivially easy to get rid of. We should certainly be able to afford the extra spell if we want to. Not sure if we want to. I don't know why I'm hitting those guys so often. I'm not even getting hit by their projectiles, I'm just walking into them. $300 Kims. Looks like just a couple dead ends with potential chests. So maybe about 3-4 sides or chests. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not sure why I'm having so much trouble with those now. Dodging their shots isn't even that difficult. Suppose I'm getting a bit lazy because they're not that dangerous anymore. I shouldn't. That breeds bad habits. Habits that can get me killed when the next upgrade to those guys comes. Yeah, when it comes to this, that everything dies with a single hit and you don't really take damage from things anymore, time to move on. You have a long and dangerous road ahead of you. Hurry or all is lost. Okay. I don't think they can shoot 2 projectiles at once. So if one is in the air, I'm pretty sure I'm safe to go and just murderize them. Dark Sword. Well, that isn't cursed or anything. I'm gonna test it out when I'm out of this this area and back in the lesser, killing the lesser enemies. I can pay to get a curse removed, but Dark Sword in this type of a role-playing game, it's almost always cursed. I don't want to take it. I can't really just take a look at my items. So the only way to really see what it does is to equip it. Seems like a terrible idea to do. Not sure what curse removal costs. I suppose that's the biggest reason I don't want to test it, because it's just money down the drain. Even if it is a decent sword, it's not like I'm gonna use it for long. Probably once I go to the next town, we might as well use something different. So I think I'll pass. What does the king has to say for himself? He's not gonna give us a ring, I'm pretty sure about that. It's going to turn into a monster and we're gonna have to fight him. That would be our first boss battle then. I'm very thankful for save state in save state for battles like that. It's sort of a can't immediately get back to the fighting. There's probably conversations and things like that, and it's a totally different combat system. So very easy to die at least a few times before you get the hang of it. Checking if I have to make it a trap. Might as well keep all of these. I mean, if I find a cave, I might want to take a little bit of a look at it before deciding if I'm going to commit to it. I don't want to buy a gnome stone because of limited inventory space. I want to buy it if I intend to actually go through with a cave system. I want to hold on to one just in case. Not sure about the spell. The problem with it is that I'm pretty sure I don't particularly care about it in the first place. Current strength 112. $120. I'm pretty sure strength is basically your damage. How to sell the dark sword? 3 gifts. Yeah, it's probably cursed. I'll hold on to it for now. Oh, but what it clearly isn't is a standard sword. It's not gonna be some steady progression. Let's just get this over with.
I don't believe it. You returned with the treasure of joy. Why don't you just forget about the ring and settle down to a quiet life here?
No.
You really have no choice. Just accept it, young man.
Yep. Guess we'll have to accept it.
Good, good. Off you go now. It seemed to me that the king's personality changed.
Yeah. So what exactly do we need to do here? Can't enter. Okay, I'm gonna try to leave the city. I do need another map too. But we can't.
Those who live here can never leave.
Who do I need to talk to?
Have you given up your quest so soon?
No, but let's see what people have to say. Clearly I need to go back to the castle, but who do I need to talk to? Maybe just going to the castle is good enough.
Beware. Beware, stranger. Nastan is another name for evil.
I'm sure it is.
They say it's best to go west to gain experience.
Exploring caves is easier if you find the maps hidden there. Yeah, let's go back to the... Meet with the king. I'm not happy with this arrangement. I did use your map, thanks a lot. Right. Sure I can't enter here. Right. Okay, so who do I have to talk with? I'm not paying you for another crappy advice. Well, maybe I need to visit the church. It was abnormally large. actually talk to this guy and achieve something. Surely someone has to have something worthwhile for me to get this thing going again. Clearly, I haven't badgered someone enough about this. Maybe talk to the correct person. Correct person not being here. Be the guards outside the city. Be the correct guard. Those who live here can never leave. Ways to gain experience. There are extra people in shops too. I suppose I could talk to those. Maybe sleep at the inn, that might be another option. Have a time pass rule. Buy spells. Right, good advice. Oh, I don't have any better idea at this point. Okay, we might as well go badger the king again, or some of his help. Hopefully something's going to give. Yeah, some of the people you meet aren't really people. I can't leave the city, so it has to be something inside. Is it some random guy I have to talk to? I suppose there's the fortune teller. I haven't given up, but I don't really know what the game wants me to do. I think this is a waste of money. Keep talking to people. It has to be something in the castle then. I can't really think of what the hell I could do here.
What is this? You again? I see that I need a more permanent solution to your problem. I'm afraid you will find I become rather beastly when I bother you.
Yeah, this is like nothing compared to our normal battle system. If If I basically go there at the wrong time, he'll just attack me. I'll take a massive amount of damage, and that's probably it. So we're gonna continue this little song and dance for a while, and then he dies. That's pretty much it. There are different type of monsters. This is not the most difficult one. The odd thing is that this is actually much more limited and boring combat system than the actual combat system with the random encounters. That's sort of why I don't like this. Suddenly all the options are gone. You basically either know how the enemy is going to do his little things, where he's gonna attack, where you need to stand, all that stuff, or you are gonna get fucked, and that's pretty much it.
How could I not have known?
Yeah, everyone knew.
So the king was an imposter.
Yeah, no way to see that coming.
I had no idea the king was a monster.
So, guess the real king is here.
Thank you, Bob. That beast from Cartagena transformed itself to look like me. You would make a splendid commander of the town militia. Would you care to settle down here? If you must go, head to Watling. You can get a good deal of information there. For your service, I hereby present you with the Ring of Sky. Go forth on your quest, brave warrior.
And there was much rejoicing. Not sure how many of these rings we have to gather. Not that it matters. Okay, I have to gather all of them anyway. Suppose all we need from this place is to decide, do we want to buy the spell or not, and do we get the map? Where do we get the map? Suppose it wouldn't be a bad idea too. It's a waste of money, sure, but we don't have a combat spell at all, so that would be the first one. Terrible one, but it's we can always get more money. There are. We only have one combat spell. Book of Pharaoh spells is ready to use in battle. I think it's basically a bolt of fire circling you. It could be useful in certain circumstances. There could be opponents that we can't get close to, so we'll have to, or we don't dare to go close to, so we can sort of skirmish a little bit, go close enough to get the spell to hit. Watling, it's to the east. I'll give you a map to help you get there. Thank you, kind stranger. Perfect. We should have no trouble getting there. Still have a decent amount of money. At least enough to buy a single new item piece. The prices multiplied quite a bit, so looking at multiplying the previous cost, 4,000 multiple thousands for a weapon, that's something that prices could easily reach that. So I don't think anything below 6,000 is really gonna get us much. naturally new spells, better spells, more expensive spells. We'll have to try to get something that deals with poison too. I'll try to get to the next town, get to the church there and save. How do you use magic in battle? It costs a single magic point. Don't particularly want to use it, but at least now we know. Went from easy kills to requiring multiple hits to kill. At least we're still seeing a mix of the old and new. But I think I do want to prioritize weapon upgrades from this point on. If we could have killed the eyeballs with a single strike, we would never have had so much problem with them. It just makes a huge difference. Gem shield. That doesn't sound sinister in any way. 163 armor class. $181. Nice upgrade. Oh, come on. I sort of wish there was a system in games like this. Like, after every fight you're guaranteed to get like 5 steps forward for our next fight here. Just to prevent the, even if it's random, situation where you're constantly just, the mobility is pretty much to a halt because of the constant random fights. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes it happens, and it happens in terrible situations. At least you remember those situations. Headed to Watling. It's an odd place. Not many young people. Okay. That is odd. We also have 4 places we can go to. Come on, yeah, this is something I would want to avoid. Right. So the places we can go from this is probably all just extra places for extra loot. We might as well take a look at them. If the enemies don't drastically hit super hard, we are probably meant to explore these now. Not the eyeballs. Well, at least we have enough money for a better weapon and armor too. Jim's shield might not be the best shield, but it's still a decent upgrade. Free upgrade. We have enough magic to heal any wounds. Single hit from the medic, you see. Don't go there. It's either the next city or some kind of a cave, whatever. It does mean that this is likely just a bonus loot location. Yes. Old enemies, nothing new. Well, again, it's we have a fairly healthy stack of cash when we reach the next town. It's hard to complain about this. Hopefully even new equipment, but that would be a bit too good, I think. Money inside. A couple of hundred for life. Still, it's free cash, so hard to complain about that. There's a big problem with those kobolds, or whatever they are, is that they're both easy to manage and they're slower than me. So there's really nothing that they have that's advantage over what I can do. 7,000. Yeah, if we have about 8,000, I think we can do a armor and weapon upgrade. Still, the prices could be massively inflated again. But I'm expecting more of a 400% increase already, so I think we can still afford it. Three more dead ends to explore, then not a town. Yeah, 8,000 Kim's probably a good estimate of what we'll have at that point. Because there's also a good opportunity to find new loot there. We do have an extra shield already. So it's probably 8,000 plus that we'll end up with. So we can buy the necessary equipment upgrades and maybe a few useful items in case we have to go and explore something. Money. $300 Kims. Nothing inside. So this was 500 cash. That's what the loot here was. Still, it's not like gold. Just a little bit of waste of time, and the experience and money gained from the fighting is always good. Player experience get from this fighting is always good. This is a little bit encouraging that we can handle these new kobolds without any real problem. It's a bit of a problem though that it takes so many hits to take them out. They're not exactly great opponents no matter how you look at them, and they'll never be. And it still takes 4 strikes, so the weapon is the biggest concern I have. We don't have to one-shot them, but 2 hits is frankly quite easy to make on any target. When it goes up above that, then you start to have problems, because you have to go back and forth sort of a little bit. It's hard to just keep bashing enough to get kills. 8,000 Kim. 8,107. And a little bit extra, I suppose. So the town with old people. Yeah, and they all talk gibberish. Don't seem to know what's going on. So, has someone stolen the young people, or is everyone turned into old people? Probably some of you can talk to me.
What do you mean by no young people? I'm only 24. The monster in Vermillion's cave took away my youth, took away everyone's youth. Please destroy it. Vermillion's cave is to the north. Here's a map of the way.
Oh. Mystery solved. Yeah, I think we're ending it here. Let's go to the inn and rest. You can rest for free. It also means we're not gonna exactly get an equipment upgrade out of this place. At the same time, we weren't struggling too much. It also explains why we found the improved shield out of a container, because that's pretty much all you can hope to get for the time being. So go kill some kind of monster that's stolen everyone's youth. Be a piece of cake.